Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome back to your place of chill that is the Coffee Company here live on Tottenham on Tour. And this is your daily dose of, I don't know, whatever you want. We're going to be waiting for Mr. Dagul to head over from the Football Heritage TV where he is with Saga and Perchy. And we're just going to chill. So make sure you drop your likes, comments and subscribes. And this is a show that's governed by you guys. Ask your questions, whatever's happening on Tottenham. What do you think is going to happen tomorrow against West Ham? And stay tuned. So, welcome to Tottenham on Tour. Welcome. Let's play that little intro then, shall we? Here we go.
Tottenham on Tour.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, it's a really nice sunny day. It's a Monday, but the weather's making its mind up as it goes along. And we're just going to... It's basically Tottenham's transfer window. It makes its mind up as it goes along. And we are... What's it called? Frustrated is the way to be... Way to be honest. And yes, of course, you can be the banhammer, Wayne. Let me... Yes, someone else put a message in. He is. He's already got the banhammer. So, yes. Let's welcome to see who's in the chat so far. We're just going to wait for Brian. We're waiting. He's making a cup of coffee. I should really make a cup of coffee, but it's too late for me to do that because I should have prepared for that. But we got Zach Robinson, who was here this morning, saying, I won't be watching today, sadly. Hashtag Levy out. Hello, Zach. Hopefully you're having a great day. Anyway. We've got Tempest Budget. We've got, are you worried about our summer? I am absolutely terrified about our summer, to be honest. Absolutely terrified. We've gone all the way to Australia with no new centre-backs. So as it stands, we've still got Dyer, Sanchez, Tanganga, Davis as our centre-backs, as it turns out. And I'm very worried. And yeah, we got Nick all the way from Shelfside Spurs Show. Hello, sir. Hopefully you're doing well. If you want the link, I will send it to you because you're always welcome. I'm here, buddy. We've got my buddy, Mr. Wayne Holland. Hello, sir. Hopefully you're having a great day. And you can certainly be the banhammer. Someone's got to be the banhammer whilst I am on the show hosting. We've got the sheriff himself. Big up, Mark Cousins. Hopefully you're having a great day, buddy. Mojo Massey's in the house. So big up Tottenham on Tour. Big up. We've got Tin Legs Tony. Hello. Tin Legs Tony. Hopefully you're having a great day. We've got Lewis K. Big up. We've got Danny Glover. Love the Gundam Wing logo. Big fan. And Nick wants the link. I will send that to him whilst we are doing that. We've got to do two things as well. It's very difficult being the moderator and the host at the same time. I'm not used to this. But whilst that's loading, we've got Kate from Just a Girl Who Loves Spurs. Morning, Ben, you legend. Morning, Kate. Lovely to spend some time with you last night. It was absolutely brilliant just to have a chat with you and Bobby K and just talk some rubbish. We've got Edis Ahmet saying big up. We got Wilson T. Hi, Ben and chat. Desperately need centre-back news today. Absolutely. Big up all. Gary Bryan. Hello, Gary Bryan. Hello. Can I ban Ranjit just for the sake of his opinion on Emerson? No, you may not. Nick is a top bloke. And no one bans Nick, especially for doing his opinions. We got Beyond 72. Hello, Dyer and Davis for another season. Here we go. Yes, we do, Beyond 72. And it's absolutely disastrous. We've got my Ahi, who will be joining us very soon. The Mr. Dagul himself. We got morning, the perfect gent. That is Mr. Ben Koff. And we're always loading up on the stream. Ahi, shalom. What is happening?
Nothing much, my brother. How are you and everyone in the chat?
We're doing great. This is really weird for me to be on this side of the screen, the Tottenham on Tour. But this is a new show that I have been graciously given the lead for. So this is
you have
good.
Indeed.
So how are you enjoying this morning, my brother?
Yeah, I've just done a couple hours with Sava, as you know, and many people will know, talking about all the champagne, skittles, and rainbows that are going on at Tottenham Hotspur right now, and what success we're going to have, and the brilliance of this window. So, yeah, it's been wonderful.
10 out of 10 window, they say.
12 out of 10, mate. 12 out of 10. Come on, you don't be so negative.
Big up, Jimbo. Big up, Jimbo. Top bloke he is, Jim. If Levy made an agreement for Van der Ven and changed his mind and tried to lower the fee, that is a disgrace. We need someone with credibility handling negotiations, players. Absolutely. Absolutely. Morning, Mr. Dagul from Jim. 10-inch. Big up, 10-inch. Hopefully you're having a great day, sir. Hopefully you're well. Mr. Mark Cousins is saying, hang on, he times me out for opinions on chocolate. Yes. Correct. You already addressed this, but I'm going to address this because if you didn't watch Sava's show, are you living under a rock? Son is not moving to Saudi. Some, if I wanted to be there, I wouldn't be here now. Last season, I suffered. Last season was not the sunny. No. Make this man captain. Make him captain, because I know we will probably disagree with this, Brian, or we might even agree on this. I want my captain of the football club to be a person who's committed to the cause. And this man is totally committed to Tottenham Hotspur. Whether you disagree that forward should be captain, he is committed. Make him captain. And that will send a shiver through the entire squad that Kane is not captain and Sonny is, because one is committed and one is silent. What would you say on this, Brian?
No, what I will say with this is, first of all, this is where we're coming to right now. The news that we're getting, all right, it's Romano, but it's like, I'm staying. Well done. This is where we are. This is there's no talk of players coming in or anything, but to fill the quota of gossip, let's just pluck a Son comment. Wonderful to hear from Son, and you're right. He has shown his commitment, his dedication, his whatever. I think the parts of this that I bring to this conversation is, if Harry Kane hasn't signed his contract, he shouldn't be captain. Who it becomes is up for debate. Son is definitely right up there. Yeah. But if Harry Kane has not signed a contract, then you don't captain Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. Just like one of our very own players right now, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, when he said he wasn't signing a contract at Southampton, the first thing they did was strip him of the captaincy. Yeah. It was like, you're not going to be captain when your future and your situation is up in the air. Mm-hmm. How can you lead when no one knows where your head's at? So if Harry Kane hasn't signed a contract by the opening game of the season, I'm sorry, for me, Harry Kane is not captain of Tottenham Hotspur, or shouldn't be. Yeah. He probably will be, but he shouldn't be, in my eyes, captain of the football club. Forget things. It doesn't matter who you are, what league you're in. If you're not committed to the club, then how can you lead it?
If he's not captain by the first game of the season, we need to. If he's not signed a contract by the first game of the season, we need to sell him.
Listen, all I will say, I put a tweet out yesterday, and I simply said, is Kane staying? Is Kane going? Will he sign? Won't he sign? Will we run down his contract? Won't you run his contract down? To sum up, basically, I'm bored. It's boring. It's just another situation where we are right now, where we have our centre-back issues, we have our captain issue that you just discussed, we have our talisman, the heartbeat of Tottenham Hotspur's future up in the air. But this is where we are. These are things that we need to address, but I am so bored. This Harry Kane thing is becoming like, do you remember when Alistair Gold used to report every season, it's Balka, or he said he's not coming back, and every year it's like, are we going to bring Bal back? Are we going to do this? It's boring. It's so boring. Stay, go, whichever. I want you to stay. Yeah. But one thing I do want is this bullshit to stop. Yeah. Stop. It's so draining. Huh?
He's fueled that, Kane. He's fueled it.
He has. The club has. The fact that we're in this situation. I'll go back, and I put a tweet out about a few weeks ago. When Judas did what he did, Daniel Levy came out and said, I'm never letting another player go on a free transfer. This is never happening again. Well, he was lucky he got the money for Christian Eriksen. And we don't know what's going to happen here with our star. With our absolute, big up, Robbie. Yeah. We're in this situation. Sir that's where we go.
We're going to welcome Mr. Postecoglou Jr. onto the show. Hello, Ranj. How are you having How are you doing today, buddy?
I'm good. I'm good. Well, no one went for the shirt, so I've had to wash it, and now it doesn't smell of me. So they missed out. The people missed out on Perchy's 24-hour stream. So
how dare they?
So they missed out. Well, it's their loss, mate. It's their loss, not mine.
It's their loss. Whilst Ranj is in the show, we're going to talk about Ulai Hurstness's comments about Tottenham. And I'm going to give my opinion first because I'm very opinionated on it and I'm just very opinionated in general. I would not sell Kane to Bayern Munich now. I would rather sell him to a Chelsea or a Man United because whatever you think of Chelsea or Man United, they have not gone into the press and frankly disrespected Tottenham and made them back. They have absolutely slandered Tottenham on every conceivable level in the German press. And I don't think Daniel Levy's going to deal with them now because what they have done is borderline disgraceful. When you've got a player contracted to a club, you do not talk about them in the press. This is like usual behaviour. And what Bayern Munich have done is disrespectful. What do you think about this, Brian?
4 words: Gareth Bale, Real Madrid. This is exactly what they did. Started selling the shirts in the club shop. Started putting a stage up ready for his up. This is what teams do. This is what, unfortunately, this is what big boy clubs do. This is how super clubs, and Real Madrid and Bayern Munich are super clubs. Forget their finances, their reputation, their history, their standing in world football. They are super clubs. It's how the big boys get it done. They're the big sharks in the pond, and they will swim in any pond they want and do what they want because of their stature. And remember this special relationship we got at Real Madrid. If he goes to Bayern, you watch this special relationship with Bayern Munich come out. We now have this special relationship.
Yeah.
You listen, Bayern Munich has just taken a play right out of Real Madrid's books. And as I said, I just want this saga over. I don't care where he goes, if he's going. I don't care. I'll clap you off. You haven't deserved the bullshit you've had to put up with here. Off you go, as long as it's not to the filth down the road. Off you go. Even if it's Chelsea. Off you go. Off you go. You don't deserve this.
What do you think
go to a manager. I'm just so done with it. I want him, don't get him wrong, I want him to stay.
Yeah.
I want Harry Kane to sign a contract and spend his entire career at Tottenham Hotspur. But this is just really, 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 really boring now. It just needs to be wrapped up and done.
So nothing on my end. Maybe it's a YouTube problem currently, but we'll be looking into it. What do you think about these comments from Bayern Munich's honorary president, Ranj?
I don't really care. They can say what they want until they come with the money. It doesn't really matter. It's irrelevant. Build, Bayern, Germany, anyone in Germany, all the noises is coming from there. So look, I agree with Kudos. I don't really care. So until they come with an offer that is not insulting, then it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, he's still our player until he's not. Bayern need to drop 120 million euros at least to then have him, and that's it really. I think the best thing for all parties is that he signs a new contract with a release clause. So does what they've done with Caicedo and McAllister. Brighton have done with Caicedo and McAllister. Sign big contracts, have a release clause, so then we get money for him because that's the worry. We're going to let him go for free. We're not going to let him go for free. So I think that would be it. But at the end of the day, they can come up with it. All these journalists can come up with it. Until we have a here we go, then I'm kind of not caring about it or not worrying about it. But until it is otherwise we're just going to get consumed with it. Again, another transfer window where we're getting consumed with what's happening with Harry Kane. So yeah, I don't think. I just don't think it's until we know 100%. There's no point worrying about it, caring about it, letting it affect us because they're obviously they've got an open session as we speak over in Perth, and the whacker's full, which is obviously that's pretty impressive considering. I mean, all right, there's the Ange pool, but that's still pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But let's just look. It is what it is. I don't think this preseason tour. I know we need the central defenders in, but whether we did that last week or not was if we would kind of be irrelevant. They wouldn't have been ready until at least Singapore Lions. I think the focus here for them to be ready is going to be the Shakhtar game and the Barcelona game. That's when they need to be ready. So if they come in, look, we know what needs to be done. It is the 17th of July. The Shakhtar game's in 3 weeks, or 3 weeks yesterday. So we need them in now or this week, and then we need to get ready for when they come back. Because look, we're probably going to start with Dyer, Romero, Davis, and probably my boy Emerson tomorrow, which is no surprise. But I don't think, I don't even think a lot of the first team players that came back from training on Wednesday are going to be ready to fit in. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I mean by kind of it being irrelevant. If they'd had a week, 10 days, then we flew out, then it would be, that would have made more sense. But ultimately, it's for the, it's for the sponsorship and for AIA and relationships and everything else. And I get it because all teams do it now. But we should have probably gone to Germany. We should have done what Liverpool were doing. Go to Germany, short flight. We could stay at home for as long as possible, not have the long journey, not have the the stops in between. But it is what it is, right?
It is what it is. One of the things I floated by, because my dad said, because I speak to my dad a lot. Newsflash, I speak to him a lot.
Breaking news. Ben speaks with his dad.
I speak to my dad a lot. He seems to think the reason he wants to go to Bayern Munich is so it can kosher him up to go to Chelsea in 2 years. So why don't we, as Tottenham, put in the deal with Bayern Munich, sell him for £80 million, let's say, take 20 million less than asking price, but preface in the contract, you must not sell him to another English team. You are not allowed to. You must make a gentleman's agreement in black and white. You will not sell him to another English team in 4 years.
But Ben, that's then their player, right? We can't demand what happens to something when they leave.
I think the only clause that will go in the contract is like we have with Gareth Bale, is we have 48 hours before any bid goes in that we have first option. If they're selling him, we have first, like they do with the buyback clause. I don't know if technically a buyback will work with an elite player like Harry Kane, but it won't be you can't sell to another English club. It will be we will have first refusal and first stab. If he's coming home, we will get the option to bring him home before anyone. There's no way you can say do not sell to another Premiership club. That's just not going to fly. But to say that we have first option or we have a buyback fee in 2 years' time that becomes active, then that is more plausible. But never say never in football.
Never say never. Never say never. What's your hopes for the West Ham game tomorrow? What are you? Because we are playing West Ham tomorrow, which is on Levy play at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. That's the kickoff time. And we're not calling it Spurs play because it's not Spurs anymore. Hence why we're purple and gold until we're sold. So on Levy play at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. What do you expect us to see against West Ham? Do you expect us to be vastly different from last year? Are you expecting it to be just little tweaks here and there, but maybe? What do you expect to see, Brian?
I won't see anything because I'll be at my nephew's sports day. But I won't watch it on that particular platform anyway because I refuse to give my money to them. So in the broader thing of what do I expect to see? Listen, we all know we're going to play better style of football.
Yeah.
We'll probably see more attractive football in this game than we did all of last season.
Yeah.
More front foot football. As Nick said, a lot of these international players have just come back, and then within the first week, they're on a long haul flight, so don't expect to see many of them starting. I'm hoping my boy Alfie gets a start, or at least heavily features. and players like him get this opportunity to grab the ball by the horns. This is a time where people like Papa Matasar, who I think is a real talent, and people like have got a chance to really stake their claim and put in some ambition. I just hope we all saw last season in Australia the players were absolutely exhausted and throwing up and couldn't handle the heat. Hopefully, we'll just see Spurs playing with a bit of oomph and a bit of a we've got the ball and we're going to dominate rather than we're going to sit back. Just to see that some kind, we all know how Angie's going to play. To see that they have obviously my boy Divine Adrian. No, Adrian, I am Alfie Divine's #1 fan.
Yes.
Without foul, I've been speaking about this kid for years. But honestly, if we can just see some passages of play, some open play where we're playing kind of more Ange style of football than Conte, Stellini, Mason, then it will show that what Ange is trying to get across is already picking up. And I have to say, big up to this man. Yeah, Joe, what, Bob? Peppa Pig World was a lot of fun. Apart from yesterday was fun, but I went on a very big ride with my eldest nephews and their father. And my brother-in-law said he can handle any ride.
Yeah.
Let's just say this big ride, he came off it and went a shade of grey that I'd never seen on a human before.
Yeah.
Then went on a kiddie's roller coaster straight after it and was violently sick for an hour. So I had to go on all the big rides, which weren't a problem. But no, it was great to be away with the nephews and niece and all the family. So it was all good.
How do you expect us to see us play tomorrow, Ranj? Are you expecting vastly different things? Do you think Emerson's going to be a world beater and play up front and score 10 goals? What's your thoughts on tomorrow's game?
Look, I think tomorrow, what I'd be excited to see tomorrow is Bissouma, Maddison, and Endon Bad Boy in that midfield. Now I know everyone's I love an underdog, but and Ange just said he's going to run his eye over everyone. He went down earlier and had a bit of a knock, got straight back up, had a bit of a limp, and then assisted Harry Kane. So look, I'm not going to go too early on Ndombele, but I've got a feeling I'm with James. I've got a feeling that he will shock everyone. Look, I think the defense will probably you're probably not going to see much. You're not going to see much difference because obviously those players have come back. You'll see an Emerson. You'll probably see Dyer. You'll probably see I don't know what you're going to see. So we're just waiting to we'll just wait and see what happens. Look, it's going to take time. We're not going to suddenly see. We've had 2 and a bit years of turgid football, so I don't think we're going to see free-flowing football. What we will see tomorrow is probably we will see goals at either end, and I think that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to see probably for the first part of the season up until Christmas. And in terms of the question that big 10-inch owls asked, hopefully this Thursday I will be getting the Emerson. I'm not going to be able to go with the whole shepherd's pie look because it's not going to work with the color of my hair. But we are going to hopefully go with the 12 star on both sides of my head this Thursday. I'm just waiting for Ben to confirm Thursday is the day, and then obviously the video. The video. I've had to let my hair grow, so obviously it needs to be able to do it. But yeah, then hopefully the video will be out the week after, as soon as possible. So I said I'd do it. I'm not going to not do it, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see when.
This is your quarterly reminder to please subscribe to Tottenham on Tour. We are in subscribers only mode, so if you have not subscribed already, give your head a wobble. Cheers. But please subscribe. If you've got any questions that you're desperate to ask myself, Ranj, or Mr. Dagul, please send it as a super chat. They really help us out on the channel a lot and trying to sort things out. Doing these protests, it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of things, getting banners done. And so, yeah, if you could please send the super chat, that really helps us out. But you don't have to, of course. It's not necessary.
Breaking news of the lineup in the training
Whoa.
friendly today.
Yeah.
You have got a team made up of Vicario, Porro, Romero, Tanganga, Reguilon, Bissouma, Madison, Ndombele, Kulusevski, Kane and Son versus Austin, Royale, Sanchez, Davids, Udoji, Skip, Højbjerg, Devine, Solomon, Richarlison, Perisic. So that top lineup, I would say, is looking more to potentially what might be playing
in the second half, I would say.
In the second half tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good side. It's not a bad side, but we'll have to see. I'm looking excited to see Mr. Solly play, but I'm excited to see the latter team can score 50 goals because it's got Sanchez at the back and Austin in goal. Yes, where are our centre backs? Porro, Dyer, Romero, and Udoji. That's what I would predict. We're going to concede 20 goals a game with that back line.
Well, you got to remember, we as I said on this other show, we played a back three last year, all right, because of Conte's style, but we played a back three mainly because we couldn't trust the two.
Yeah.
And the way we're going to get around that is to now play a back two.
Yeah.
Whatever is going on defensively with this football club, it just defies belief. It defies belief that this is just what I can't stress. Ben, you'll know, Nick, you'll know. For the last 2 years, all I've been saying is defenders. We need defenders.
Yeah, absolutely.
But here we are again, sixth window, and here we go. Oh, big up, Adrian. I haven't seen this man for ages. I love Celery. Big up.
And we got to say a big up to Mr. Jim and Kate. What centre backs do you think we will get in? Thank you so much for the super chat. It really helps us out a lot on here, even if it's just £1 or £2. But Jim is asking for the panel. What centre backs do you think we will get in? We're going to start with you, Range, because we've been going Brian first. We're going to go the opposite way, anti-clockwise.
Well, I said, I got to stick by with what I said because otherwise, if I change, I'll be a flip-flop. So I said we were getting 3, and that was Van der Ven, Tapsoba, and Longley.
Yeah.
I guess I will have to. I'm not one to sway away from flip-flopping around. There's no other information at the moment to say either way. So I will stick with that. And look, I'm kind of, look, I know the whole thing around Longley. If Longley's 4th choice, then, and it's going to be 5 million, then that's actually not a bad bit of business. If we're talking, we need to be fair. I know Ben's feelings. We need to be fair in terms of, if we're saying the Solomon deal's a good bit of business and that's a good bit of business, we need to be fair, in terms of that. But look, let's just wait and see. I know we want them in. I know we need them in. And for whatever reason, I guess we're probably going to see the next. We're going to see the next week or so with a couple of games, the Leicester game as well, and then we'll probably start doing some movements. Too late, absolutely, but let's see what happens at the end of the window, rather than. We've still got 6 weeks left, or a little bit over 6 weeks. So, let's just see what happens. I know other clubs are doing business. I know other clubs are making signings, but we need to remember we're not that club that goes and does all of this. So I think that's the thing, is that it's frustrating because we're seeing it again and again, but I've kind of got to the stage where I'm not going to get annoyed with it until, at the moment, we're still in the chance of winning the treble for next season. So, look, until it's mathematically possible, then that's all I'm going to say. Because me with my craziness and everything else. So, look, we'll have to see, but we need to get them done. We definitely need to get them done before the first week of August as an absolute deadline. But let's just see who it is. Dyer's staying. I think we need to realise that he's not going anywhere.
As long as he doesn't sign a contract, I'm happy.
Yeah, well, that'll be the next thing, won't it? That'll be the next thing that there's going to be announced. But hey, if it is, it is. We would, nothing would surprise us, right?
If he signs a contract, pitchforks at dawn. Aki,
if Harry Maguire comes in, I think there'll be pitchforks at dawn. But
of course,
I guess if it means that Harry Kane stays, then I guess I'd probably take him, right?
Yeah, pick your poison. Aki, what do you reckon for Jim's question?
I reckon one will come in. I don't know which one. And like I've said before, if Clement Longap signs for this football club, I will be going live instantly, and I will be going absolutely apoplectic.
Yeah.
People saying pitchforks at dawn. If Clement Longley signs for this football club, there'll be pitchforks at dawn, afternoon, dusk, evening. I'll be outside the training ground by myself if I have to be. And I won't go quietly, because if Clement Longap makes his way back into this football club, whether it's fourth choice, fifth choice, whatever choice, it will go to show that once again, the way we sort out our defensive issues is to bring back a defender that was part of the worst defence in Premiership history for us. Here you go. You obtained a record for us, and the way we're going to reward this shocking. But don't worry, he's cheap and he'll cut down on his wages. Woohoo! Still,
yeah.
This is Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, where, listen, if a ball, with no disrespect, if a Bournemouth, if a Fulham, if a team like that were to sign Clement Longley, their fans would be like, "My God, we've signed a player from Barcelona." That's big news. That's big news. This is Tottenham Hotspur, and we're going around for scraps. We're in negotiations to try and get them to rip up the last year of his contract so we can get him on a free. What club goes into another club and says, "I know you want to get rid of this player. He's so crap that you don't want him. Can you rip up his contract so we can take him for free?"
It's ridiculous.
This is what we'll do. Yep, you helped contribute to our worst defensive record. Please come, correct it. We're a joke. Listen, if Van de Ven comes in, Tatsoba or Tosin, or the rumour with Anderson, because Paratici is at work with 58 defenders being linked.
Yeah. Just sign 2 of them. We don't need 5 defenders. Just get 2 of them in.
This is what happened. This is what happened. And we'll see. But I think one comes in. God knows who.
A massive big up to Bobby K, who just scolded me on the phone for keep on missing his comments. So big up, Mr. Bobby, our brother. Hello, Bobby. He's probably driving his bus at the moment. So yeah, Bobby K just scolded me. Whoops. Everyone's saying big up to Bobby. Porro as right back scares the shit out of me next season. Emerson is our only right back. Yes, he is. He is. Second favourites to go down from Tom81. That is why 2 centre-backs are so important. Absolutely. Villa got Pau Torres and Diaby, for God's sake. Yep. We got Sammy Mehmet. Hello, Sammy. Hello.
Don't forget, that's that Conference League pool.
Yeah.
That's how people that Jesus Christ. I'm so I'm furious today. I woke up furious.
Long lay in the car park attendant.
He's not good enough for that.
Yeah. Barca's given Spurs until Wednesday to do a deal for Longley. I don't want him. Get him out. Longley on a free is terrible business. Terrible business. There's 114 of you in the chat, and I only see 61 likes. So you know how we all like the number 114 on this channel and on Chelsea's first show. So please like the stream. It really helps us. I literally don't care who his centre-backs are, because anyone is better than Dyer and Sanchez. Just get it done. Agreed. This club has constipation. I agree. Longley's wages are 190 grand a week, by the way. 190 grand. We should be, though, dragging our feet over transfers, hold this club back. Pathetic. Yeah. It's crazy, Brian, isn't it? It's just crazy how we're dragging our feet over essential purchases. But players we don't need, Maddison we did need Maddison, but an attacking player. We didn't need him in. Done. Solomon, done. This player, done. But players.
Ben, it's not crazy. It's not crazy. It's what I say every single window.
Yeah.
It's what I say every single season. The difference with this season and last season is we went and signed. Remember, I told you how everything's magic number 7. Bale got money, 7. Mourinho, 7. Conte, 7. But what did we do last season? We got 3 in early. What have we done this season? We got 3 in early.
Yeah.
And now we go with this. But when we got that 3 in early, had we dealt with the centre-back issue? No, because we brought in stopgap to become long gap so we can get the defenders in this window. Well, here we go. Fast forward a year. Go listen to what I said a year ago. Once again, 3 players in, or 4 if you want to add Kulu, or 5 if you want to add Porro, which I don't include in this because we knew it was happening. And here we go again. Defenders?
Groundhog Day. Doing this again, Ranjit? Why are we doing this again, Bazza? Why?
Well, that's why I say there's no point getting wound up about it. I mean, Porro we knew was happening because he was an obligation. Kulu was an option. We never. There was times when we were thinking that may or may not happen. 25 million for Kulu is great business. But like I said at the time, or I said a few weeks ago, if we don't address the centre back issue, all of this signing Kulu. I mean, I'm not overly. I mean, I would be more excited if Porro was playing at right wing. But we've then, if that's the case, we spent what, £70 million on that right wing position, when actually we needed to spend £70 million in the centre back position. So it's kind of, if we get to the end of the window and we've not signed at least 2, then we're not surprised, but I'm not going to be as crazy, let's just say, about it. It is what it is. We shouldn't be surprised. Let's just wait and see what happens at the end of the window. Then we can see what we need to do. But I think what we need to do is just take stock a little bit. Not that I'm defending anyone, but just take stock a little bit and then wait and see what happens. Because, like Andrew Gregory's just said, nothing has changed. It's the same old, same old. So when it comes to August the 31st, it will be the same old, same old. So look, there's more people. Look, we've only got rid of Harry Winks, right? And that was a fantastic deal. But there's more that we need to get out. Lo Celso, obviously, rumours of Napoli wanting him on loan. Good. I'll drive him there.
Obligation to buy. Preface that in the loan, though. You have to buy.
Yeah. Exactly. Obligation to buy, not option, and we pay half his wages. I just think we need to. Work on for me now, between now and the start of the season. I mean, these games are for fitness. They're not really for anything. They're kind of nothing. And that's why I said we're going to kind of see the proper Tottenham under Ange come January, February. But we need to get rid of some more players, and we need to get those 2 centre backs done.
And then trim the squad.
And that's it. And get rid of the ones. Look, Rodon. I think Tanganga. I think we'll keep Tanganga because of the quota. We just need, it's only 7, by the way, this year that we can loan out, and next year it's 6. So if there's anyone from Tottenham Hotspur watching, it's 7 this year, not 8, and it's 6 next year, not 7. In case they weren't sure how many players we can loan out abroad. So.
I just want to very quickly say, sorry, Ben, I just want to say one thing. Peter Shaw, thank you very much indeed. We're less than 10 away from hitting 6,000. Less than 10 away from hitting a big number for us. So
it's 110.
No, we're on 5.9. Oh, yes, you're right. Sorry, my bad. So yeah.
Yes.
So please.
Subscribers. I don't mean to go, El Bergio, but we're 100 away from getting 6,000 subscribers. So please sub to.
You're right. My bad. I was getting excited.
So yes, someone Prozolwaggle. No, Dyer is still injured after he had surgery, so Dyer will not be playing on this pre-season tour. I reckon he might be there as part of the travelling squad, but I don't see him playing. He'll probably be doing some light work on the training pitch, and yeah, he's probably not going to be playing for a while. As sad as that is to see. Is it true that the VDV deal was agreed and ready to go weeks ago, but the Dark Lord keeps trying to lower him out? So frustrating. I love that he called him Voldemort. I think it's brilliant. But nobody knows. Nobody knows, I'm afraid.
Well, put it this way. George Bannister has tweeted it. There's no smoke without fire. And every single time that this kind of stuff comes up, it reminds me every single time of what we did with Hugo Lloris, where the deal was agreed for £12 million. He walked into the training ground on deadline day, phoned up Lyon and said, right, listen, he's at the training ground. There's a few hours of the transfer window left. We either sign him for 8 million, rising to 12 on appearance fees, or the deal don't get done, and then we'll just sign him for free in the summer, in January, ready for next season. So does it sound like something Levy would do? 1 billion%. Do I think this has happened? 2 billion%. Can I confirm it? No. But there's no smoke without fire with this man.
Yeah. Napoli are taking the piss over as Lo Celso. Napoli can't plead poverty as he'll earn ECL. Yeah, they've just won the league. They can afford to buy Lo Celso for 20 million quid. They can have him. They can afford to buy him. If you want him,
yeah, but also, Ben, you see, that's where, see, what I've heard with this as well is apparently Napoli have offered 15 and we want 25.
Oh, just
so for God's sake, just sell the guy, get him off the wage book, take 15 million, put that towards the budget that whatever it is we do have. We need to take a hit on these players.
Yeah.
If they're not featuring in the manager's plans, and if he wants to keep Lo Celso, then Ange wants Lo Celso, I'm going to give Lo Celso the benefit of the doubt because our manager wants him. But if he doesn't figure in the plans, get him out the door, get his wages off the bill, and use that money elsewhere. Why can we not just say a team has come in for 15 million? If this is true, like I said, if it is true, just say, do you know what? We need you off the books. Manager doesn't. Off you go. Bye bye. Why not?
You've got to get rid of him, don't we, Bazza? We've got to get rid of him. He's only using us to get fit to play for Argentina. Got to go, right?
Wow. Could argue that about Romero.
He's turned up more for Tottenham than Lo Celso has.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, I think look, there's definitely a there's definitely a thing with the Argentinians, and well, these days, obviously not in the past, but these days where they'd rather, they claim they're injured to then go and play in a World Cup or whatever to go that way. Look, I think, if Napoli offer 15, I say and it's the structure. Maybe it's we want more. Maybe it's a number of things, but I think maybe it might be a wait and see on. Okay, James is like taking the words out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Wait and see on buying and selling until he's seen him in pre-seasons. We got to remember
for 5 years.
And I think someone else said this as well.
Yeah.
With the whole going back to the whole Kane thing, Ange isn't going to miss what Ange has never had.
Yeah.
Ange has never had Kane, so maybe that's going to happen and everything else. So I think he'll be looking from what he's been saying and the right words that he's been saying. I think that it's not going to take him long to make a decision on a lot of these players, and he'll go right. And that may be why the whole pit, all of them are out there. Maybe that's why they're there, so they can do it. I know you could sit there and argue they could do it over a phone call, they could do it over this, but maybe Andrew said, I want this, I want you there. We'll play the first game. You'll see them in training. You see what I see. And this is my list of who I want, and this is the list of who I want gone. Maybe.
I just want to ask this, James. Love you dearly, brother. But I have to say, do you know what? With this, I agree with it with everything apart from defence.
Yeah.
Everything. If you want to give the midfielders a go, or people like Richarlison or other people that have not hit the heights of what they're capable of, or not given a good, totally agree. But when we've had a defensive problem for 3 straight years and had a huge issue, it doesn't matter. Ad Postecoglou would have kept an eye on the Premier. Listen, we all know how viewed the Premier League is, and how football managers just eat up nothing but they just eat, sleep, drink football. Whether he's constantly watching Match of the Day, whether he's watching Sky or BT for football, he knows what's going on. If you look at the raw data of what's going on at Tottenham when it comes to defence, there's a fundamental issue. You can't turn water into wine with this shit.
If he's scouting a player that plays for Bournemouth and they play Tottenham, he's going to be watching Eric Dyer and seeing how bad he is. It's just that you don't need more. You don't need statistics to tell me that Eric Dyer is a terrible defender. But it's brilliant. We're going to answer a super chat from Mr. Rob Belcher. Thank you so much,
my brother.
Thank you so much. So just a thanks for keeping me entertained while convalescing after an operation. Get well soon, Belchy.
One of the kindest men on the planet, and I had a very, very, very long talk with him last week. And he was a great help to me, and he's a wonderful human being. So thank you, Bob, brother.
I want everyone in the chat, the 124 people in this chat, all wish Rob Belcher get well soon because he's an absolutely wonderful bloke. If you put better defenders next to Cutie, it becomes a different class of player. I agree, but we need to actually buy them.
Correct.
At the new end of the transfer window, new FIFA rules for football agents are in place from October the 1st. There was a ban on family commission, only licensed agents, and limit on agents' fees. Just say, maybe that's why the Kane family are trying to sell Kane quickly, because they know they're going to be banned.
Do you know what? The thing as well, this wouldn't surprise me with this fucking football club, because already Mr. Levy is already planning for the next rules of financial fair play that haven't even come in. Even though we can spend up to 400 million on this one.
Yeah.
But no. Let's not prepare for the one that's actually got us into the place so we can attack this financial fair play aggressively without breaking it. Let's focus on the next one that's coming in whenever it's coming in. So we're in a better place. And we're in one of the best places in world football for what we can spend financially without breaching FFP. But let's not worry. Let's take a medal of how well we're running, how much we can spend without spending, and focus on the next rules. To then say, do you know what? Let's focus. It's such a nonsense.
What's your opinion on this comment, Baz? I know it's hiding your face, but you're
that wasn't a proper big guy, by the way. That wasn't a proper Tiny Legs Tony at all, or Tin Legs Tony. Sorry, it was a proper Daniel Levy and Tottenham Hotspur.
Who cares? Does it matter?
Yeah. Funny though, right? It's funny though, right? That Charlie Kane won't be allowed to be a proper football agent because of these rules. So he's trying to sell him and make a big amount of money.
But even if he wasn't, I think we all know in football they can hide things, they can pay them, they can do whatever the way that they want to do it. At the end of the day, whatever happens, they're not gonna, Harry Kane is not gonna see his dad or his brother or anyone left out in the lurch. So if he then says, "Oh, you're going to sign me, you're going to give me this," he can just transfer it as whatever payment as everything else. Do you know what I mean? I just think it's kind of another bit of look. There are things to bash people with, and there are things to knock people with. But sometimes I think we all maybe go a little bit too far and try and. I'm not saying here, and I'm sure this opinion won't go down very popular with the man in the top right-hand corner, but sometimes we do just find a way of bashing for the sake of bashing. I'm not saying you are, Brian, but I'm just saying.
Sorry, Bazza, we can't have that on here. We can't have that. This is
as I've said in response to that, as I've said, and I've said this so many times, when you have been as staunch Levy out as I have been for 15 years, and you see the same shit repeating itself over and over and over again, it's very, very different to someone that was Levy out when Poch got sacked, or when the Super League came in, or when Conte was sacked or whatever it may be. I have seen this for 15 years. 15 years I have been stating this. 15 years I've seen this shit. Yes, I've been on YouTube now for about 3 and I've still been saying it. It's how long, like I said, the reason I'm like this and the reason I will find anything to do it, because that 6 degrees of separation stuff people do with celebrity to celebrity or whatever you want to do it with, I can do it. I can easily do it. I've seen it. I call it. I've said it. And when it happens, it's like, oh, but don't worry, the new manager's in next site. This will be different this time. I'm sick and tired of people going, don't worry, this time will be different. This is it. Do you know how many times I've heard in the last 3 years, this is Levy's final act?
Yeah.
If Levy gets this wrong, then that's it. He's got nowhere to go. But then something changes. Oh, no. This time,
Now it's the final
if
act.
he doesn't do it, then, but then that happens. Oh, listen, it's 15 years, nothing will change where I stand. Nothing. It doesn't matter what happens. Like I said, we could win the league next year. I will still be Levy out.
Yeah.
Don't care.
It's got to be 5 years minimum.
Correct.
Just to get us to wobble. Just to get us to wobble. You don't
just to bring me to the table.
James is asking, is there a protest for the pre-season friendly? If not, would love to meet some of you boys there.
Okay, so obviously the group I'm with, we're talking. The talks will start beginning soon of how we go about this. Obviously, people got to remember, before all this nonsense starts, each and every single one of us backhands to the hilt.
Yeah.
I've come out openly, as have many others, said this. I'm really excited with Ange. Loving what I'm seeing of him. Love his passion. Love what he's saying. He gives me when it comes to man management, he gives me the Harry Redknapp vibes. He really does. He could be such an incredible asset. But just because he's there, we will support him.
Yeah.
We will support him, but that doesn't detract from the main issue. You can support the club, you can support Ange, you can support the players. Doesn't mean that you give the owner a free ride. It's like I said, we start climbing up the hill, we start from ground zero again. And then when things go wrong, we have to build everything up again. It don't work that way. It don't work that way. So there are I don't know if it will happen pre-season. Talks are going to start beginning very, very shortly with the group I'm with to see how we attack this.
As long as you don't do talks like Levy, Brian, we're thinking of doing a protest, blah, blah, blah. Then you
one thing we will say, unlike other groups that have tried to come about and said they will protest and they will be there, but then back out at the last minute, as people will know, when we say we're going to be there, when we say we're going to do something, we're there. So, James, obviously we speak a lot on WhatsApp and personally, so you will be kept in the loop the whole time.
Yeah, I also, I don't think that, I don't think it, for me personally, there's going to be a lot of people there that there aren't going to be many season ticket holders there. There's going to be a lot of families there. Not that I'm saying it's not a case of doing it, but it's not going to be the people that would be there for, say, the Man United game, because the 4 tickets for 50 quid. The top section isn't going to be open. So yeah,
a lot of people are going for their first time.
Yeah, because it's cheaper, right? It's 25 quid a ticket rather than £103 a ticket.
But yeah, in regards, I can only speak for me. I don't speak for the Levy out. I'm not in the Levy out groups because I'm just not in them because they haven't added me. But support the team and not the regime, in the words of Ryan Isaacs. Support the team, not the regime. So yeah.
So what we'll add on that as well is the Levy out group that I'm proudly a part of. We've been together. Like, I got welcomed into that group because of what I was doing on YouTube and whatever, and got into that group since the NFL protest in 2021, I think. God, I've forgotten the bloody year. But that group is an extensive group, and obviously you, Ben, have been very, very prominent in all the protests. So you're just as much a part of the group as anyone else. there's also another part. So that group has been set up, and there's some top boys in there that organise all the stuff, like Boogie, who is huge, organise it, and is the one that really runs on the pavement outside the shop. Yep, we're going to be here this time, this date, blah 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 blah. Everyone that has attended a protest is as much a part of the group. Nick's been there. Other people have been there. There's people in this chat that have been there. You're just as much a part of it. It's just that group is like a closed set. And when anything's planned, everyone knows about it. But every single person that has attended a protest is just as much a part of that group as I am. Obviously, I'm just lucky that I've got the platform and have done since I've come on YouTube from We Are Tottenham TV to be able to promote what is going on within.
And Danny is saying, when is the next protest guaranteed? It's the first home game of the season.
At the moment, that is sounds. So again, listen, where we are with this is, if you look at it, let's take the North London derby, where we lost 2-0. That embarrassing.
Yeah,
we were never going to protest on the street because obviously there's certain games like that, Chelsea, West Ham, where we all know their fans are coming into town, and it's a sit and duck. There's too much trouble or too much police where we protest because of the West Ham fans or the away fans coming in, and it's just too hectic to do it. But we wanted to go mad inside the ground, and people were like, no, support the team. This is the one time where you've got to support the team. So we're like, do you know what? We're going to honour that. But then obviously after that first half performance, I walked out, as Nick will know, Ben will know, and it was because you had Arsenal fans singing, "We want you to stay, Daniel Levy, we want you to stay." 2-0 down to our deadliest rivals, no atmosphere, no nothing. And it's like, well, wait a minute. We did our bit and said support the team. What did the team exactly do for us?
Yeah.
So again, what will happen if we do it for the Man U game is you'll get the huge criticism. Oh my God, it's Andrew's first game. How dare you guys do this? Whatever. Well, we've got to look at it, because you've got to remember, Levy out people get a very, very bad rep. Very, very bad rep. Now, some people really, really, really go for us and really think we do this to be for clicks and likes. And if someone said to me right now, Daniel Levy sells the club, but you can never go on YouTube again, Brian, goodbye. See you later. I'm out. Ta-da, you never see me again. I don't give a damn about clicks and likes when it comes to Daniel Levy leaving this football club. So when it comes to the next protest, I would imagine it will be Manchester United. Put it this way. Do I plan to be there at Manchester United protesting? Oh, hell yes, I do. There's Ryan, Graham, certain others? Hell yes. But again, we've got to look. It's all about optics and doing it right, correct, making sure there's the backing and being prepared to get the grief that comes along with it. So, but listen, who knows? We could sign Tapsoba and Van de Ven before Man U. Don't think we will. Not in one chance. But if we get what we want, then I'll be like, you know what? Let's just see where this goes. But we'll be back the second that we think something's going wrong. But we can't say we want this, and then when we get it, go, well, I'm still going to protest. Not saying that we won't sing Levy out in the ground. But there's a huge, people won't understand the grief that we get, the abuse, whether it be at the protest, whether it be on social media. So it takes a lot of planning. But the plan is, if things stand the way they are, you bet your bottom dollar Manchester United will be there.
Absolutely. And final thoughts, boys. We are going to wrap up the show in 1 minute's time. So any final thoughts before we wrap up the show?
Final thoughts. It's sunny again now, and then it'll be probably raining again in 5 minutes.
Good to know. Good to know.
So that's it. And anyone that is going I'm going to the Shakhtar game with my mother and father-in-law. So yeah, you can come and say hi. And yeah, that's it really.
So yeah, when can we next find you on Shelfside Spurs Show, Bazza?
We are back. We are back. A month, 4 weeks on Thursday at 7:30. So yeah, we're
Sorry, Ben.
we're back.
Don't do what you're about to do. Go on.
Okay. Yes, we're back at 7:30, August the 17th. So yeah, rest, nonsense. Rather than not saying everyone's being serious, we're slightly different, and we like to provide a break to everyone so they can come on, have a laugh. I might have my top off, I might have my top on, I might be drunk, I might not be drunk. So yeah, it's there we go.
Go and watch this lovely lady after the stream. She's just about to go live. But it's time for me to plug myself. Please subscribe to The Coffee Company. It's my little show that we do every single day. We have a place to chill. It's a mental health show. We talk about nice things other than football, and we just have a nice time. So if you haven't already, there's 119 of you in here. I suspect most of you don't sub to The Coffee Company. So please get over there. Hit that like button. We're 20 away from 400 subscribers. So if you can, please help us. But that's going to wrap up the show. This is a new show.
No, it's not. Because I need to deal with something.
Okay.
I'm going to deal with it now. It's our channel. I'm going to deal with this right now, and I'm going to deal with this person right now. Garage Classics, aka Tottenham Tower. Who I know it's you. I fundamentally know it's you that's been giving me the grief and all the hassle. This comment here, Ben persecuting people who disagree with him. Hypocrite. The amount of stuff you've caused for me is beyond a joke. The reason Ben timed you out is once again you've appeared on a show that I did, once again saying, remember that video Brian said he was going to do about Bob? Well, I've done it, mate. I done it a good few weeks ago. You get around all the channels and all you do is try and cause drama, controversy, and call people out. Calling you out because once again, you're here doing this shit. The reason Ben timed you out was because once again, you've been on a channel I was going, oh, where's that video Brian promised about Bob? Where's that video Brian promised about Bob? Been done. Mental health show where I also spoke about my mental health and trolls like you that get around and cause so much nonsense.
Yeah.
That have accused me of so many different things. But here you are. So don't come on my channel, Ben's channel, or any other channel having a go at Ben when you stand behind a fake name, no avatar, and talk nonsense. Go check out the video that I've said on multiple times that I've done addressing the issue with what Bob Spur did and what he has done to this community. So stop with your poison, stop with your nonsense, and if you want to come and have this discussion with me, my face is known. My social media. When I'm at a protest and you say, oh, you drive past when there's 10 of us, when there's more, come and have a word with me. A discussion, face to face, not behind a fake name.
Yeah.
You want to talk? Even email me. Tottenham on Tour's email address is in our description. Yeah. Let's have a discussion. So before you start spouting poison and having to go at Ben for doing what he's done, have a good look in the mirror and sort yourself out.
Yeah. And especially them going groveling to Saga, saying, oh, please unban me. Please unban me. I'm so sorry. I'm a troll. Go away, please. No one wants you here. And yeah, thank you for making this wonderful show that we're doing all about you utter sado. But this is a new show we're going to be doing possibly once or twice a week with myself, who's going to be the main host of the show. You're going to have anyone from the community on, just send me a message and you can come on and have a good time. But thank you so much for everyone who has been a good person. Thank you to everyone that's been a really good person in the chat, except for that one twat. And yeah, have a wonderful rest of your day. Catch us on the Coffee Company in an hour. And as always,
Levy out.
Thank you so much. Ciao for now.